What's it like in the hijab?
It's, God, it really is like you feel a disconnect from everybody else in some weird way. And for me, the reason why I was so okay with taking it off, because I did it very young, was because I thought this cloth that I've got here that's making me feel all weird, and I don't get to feel the breeze in my hair and little things like that. It actually has not changed the way I feel in my heart. Like, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't, all it is like, oh, when I walk around, people are going to know, oh, she's a Muslim girl. And like, that's what I want. Like, people know. And this is why I think here in the UK, we have such a problem with second, third generation British immigrants, like from like countries like Pakistan, like I came from, that they have an identity crisis and they're really kind of regressing instead of kind of becoming more and more British as we go, because you really try and hold on to something. And if like in a country like Pakistan, Islam is propped up as the one main, bit of your identity, then that's what you kind of really try and show off. But it does make you the other. And it does come with its own host of problems. And I think compared to other Western countries, well, especially compared to America, the Muslim population here is a lot more extreme in their thinking than they are in places like the States. And you think, what's the difference in the immigration experience that British Muslims are so extra?
Yeah, well, I guess I thought part of that is that we have so much of it. And so you're able to have these silos. Whereas in the States, it's such a big country that when Muslims go there, they're sort of often probably the only Muslim on the street and those kinds of things. And it's only in the next few years we'll start to see those kinds of silos like we have here.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Like, it's obviously the geographical vastness of America makes it,
You have to adapt.
You have to adapt. And like you said, having said that, when they do get in enough kind of power of numbers, in Dearborn, Michigan, I think it was, they tried to make the first Muslim only city with Sharia and everything halal, and and there was a lot of pushback. But as soon as they get enough in numbers, that's what happens. But I thought the same as you, and that's why I really kind of think a little bit of the Danish model of forced kind of integration and living situations to move us away from these ghettoized Bradfords and Rochdales of the UK would really benefit.
Oh, yeah, imagine that. It would all be so much easier and simpler, and you'd have a large Muslim population of people who adapt in the same way as Jews and most Hindus and Sikhs and things, and it wouldn't be this issue we have. There'd be other issues around immigration, which we have, but not that. Yeah. Are you at all optimistic for the future or very pessimistic?
Naturally, I like to be an optimist. I consider myself an optimist, but I'm also a realist. And I think that just the next 3-4 years are going to be crucial. And I think we need to, because you hear civil war floating around, and I hear like top commentators in the UK kind of dropping those two words that I didn't think that I would hear in my lifetime. But and then you see incidents like Southport, and you see like just how much push we needed the richest man in the world, for God's sake, to tweet about the grooming gangs for us to take a good hard look at ourselves. Yeah. It's sad that it had to get to that point. We've had absolute outcasts that the media has shunned for years, like Tommy Robinson, speak the truth that's only coming to light now. And he was kind of branded as being an absolute racist, racial kind of hatred stirrer, when all along he was correct in saying there are these rape gangs that exist. So I think, there needs to be kind of some political accountability, and I think the will of the people needs to be taken into account and listened to. Otherwise, we're going to have some... I'm thinking about maybe, getting a plan B to leave this country if it all kicks off in the... I know, where do you go? Exactly. All the Muslim world is off limits to me.
Yeah.
I can't even go to like...
out now. That really is. South America for now? For the next few years?
Sounds like a good bet.
Yeah, just about be okay for the next 10 years, and then won't be anymore.
Yeah, South America's a bit untouched by Islam.
But there's still... there are mosques there. There still are growing numbers of Muslims there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it in Buenos Aires is sort of my home from home. My in-laws are from, and friends keep me updated, and they say it's not quite London yet, but it's even Buenos Aires is starting to get a bit of this stuff. It's funny because you see them sort of almost 30 years behind us with this. So a lot of the Argentinian people I know are very much on the kind of progressive feeling of like, it's great, a bit of diversity, and it's like, yeah, let's see how you are in couple of decades.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we just got to keep running around the world and just every time it's about to come there, you move. But no, it's tough.
South Pole. There's not many prominent ex-Muslim speakers, really. I mean, because there's like Yasmin Mohammed. There's this candid one, and I don't want to say her name because she's gotten off YouTube, and I sort of don't want to go further into her name or anything like that.
And she's not ex-Muslim, just so people don't.
Oh, she's not?
No. She's very much a Muslim.
Oh, she is still a Muslim?
Yeah.
Oh, right, I see what you mean. I thought you meant like she wasn't from that background at all.
Oh, yeah, no, she is, but she's a Muslim.
But she's called out things from within Islam.
Exactly, yeah. And you would think she'd have more leeway in doing that because she's from within. Like by saying I'm an ex-Muslim, I'm saying, oh, the rot runs really deep and it's Islam is the problem itself. And so they're like, oh, screw you, you've left the faith, you traitor, you this, you that. But I can sleep peacefully because I'm like, that Islam is the problem too. I think somebody like her would have had more legroom to criticize them and say, hey, let's introspect because I'm still in the faith and these are the problems within our community, and they would listen. But no, they turned on her massively.
I'm trying to think of any male ones. Is Ben Habib, was he Muslim?
No, he's
Pakistani.
He's Christian, I think he is. Yeah, he's quite a proud Christian, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe he was initially.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, he says all the right things about Islam, so he knows what's up.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you just don't get enough of it. I think that's something that needs to change. But it's also why I admire you so much, because it took a lot of strength to do what you do. And just the fact that it's so rare, I mean, that shows that, you know, if nothing else does, the fact that it's so rare to find people like you. So I appreciate that very much.
Thank you.